Big changes ahead. Tonight on our news, after a full year of national consultations, government ready to rewrite the rules on employment and industrial relations. What you need to know coming up. Also, a cruise passenger fined $8,000 after security finds a gun in her bag. We'll tell you the sentence she now faces if she doesn't pay. Plus, more Canadians heading to the Bahamas this winter, and tourism officials say the airlift has never been higher. We'll tell you the numbers. Then in our news at 7:30.
We show you what special initiative Alive Business is doing to give back to the small business community.
Our news live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to our news live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kendino Knowles. Labor reform taking a major step forward. The Labor and Public Service Minister Pia Glover-Roll telling reporters today government is now drafting a brand new Employment Act and Industrial Relations Act. She made the announcement during a courtesy visit with the Executive Board of the Bahamas Society of Human Resource Management, who met with the minister to talk about modern HR practices and workplace standards. Glover-Roll says the update follows a full year of consultations, including focus groups, stakeholder meetings, and one-on-one discussions.
Once that legal drafting takes place, we will take it back to the stakeholders for their final views before it returns to Cabinet for onward movement to Parliament for passing of the legislation. It will be comprehensive, therefore it is a repeal and replacement of our existing Employment and Industrial Relations Act. And these components, the paternity leave that is being introduced for the first time to our country from a national level, the improvements to our maternity leave, mental health leave that is being introduced for the first time at a national level, these components are part of the reform. So once the legislation is passed, then these will come into law for our nation.
Glover-Roll also addressed pushback from unions about biometrics, including ongoing concerns at Princess Margaret Hospital over biometric timekeeping. Unions, including Bahamas Public Service Union, that represents PHA support staff, Public Hospitals Authority, clerical workers, laboratory and morgue employees, and Bahamas Nurses Union are among those who publicly oppose the change. However, Glover-Roll says biometric verification isn't new and many private HR departments already use it. But she confirms the PHA rollout has been temporarily paused until the new labor laws are passed and formally enforced.
As we move into a world that's very technologically driven, or we live in a world that's very technologically driven, the fact is accountability and verification. Because with accountability and verification, there's a price tag. If we can't verify that our employees are on the job, as they say they are, if we can't authenticate who they are, then we have challenges. So these new age methods of technology are to also improve the efficiency and effectiveness not only of payroll, not only of how we account for our staff, but ensuring that our organizations are continually moving into the 21st century.
All right, Ronaldo Toot, sworn in as Registrar of the Supreme Court during a brief ceremony today. Toot's new post takes effect from December 1st, 2025. He was called to the bar on November 1st, 2013 as counsel and attorney. On April 23rd, 2019, he was appointed Assistant Registrar and was later promoted to Deputy Registrar of the Supreme Court on October 1st, 2021, and then Director of Court Services on November 1st, 2022. Then last November, he was appointed Acting Supreme Court Registrar. He serves as Secretary to both the Judicial and Legal Service Commission and Court Services Commission and manages the probate, civil, and digitization registries, giving him a key role in the administration and modernization of the courts system. All right, a man serving time for killing someone he says tricked him into believing they were a woman has now dropped his bid to reduce that sentence. Demain Sterling is serving 18 years for the manslaughter of Jamal Russell, who was killed in 2020. Sterling had already spent 4 years in custody before being sentenced in 2024. He went before the Court of Appeal, arguing that Justice Andrew Forbes only gave him 2 years credit for time he spent awaiting trial. But Sterling withdrew his appeal after prosecutor Eureka Kosia noted he also served a separate 2-year sentence for housebreaking during that same period. Court records say Sterling went to Russell's Grand Bahama home on February 12, 2020 after the two had been communicating on Facebook and WhatsApp for weeks. Sterling said they drank and smoked marijuana and that Russell later offered to perform a sexual act on him. He claimed he declined, telling Russell he was moving like a man. A fight broke out and Sterling strangled Russell with a scarf, then put his body in a bin. After the killing, Sterling searched the home and stole Russell's belongings. And a bail scam inside the prison system tonight, as 2 accused violent offenders now charged with running a fake official operation to try to secure their own release. Prosecutors say accused murderer Dante Riley and accused armed robber Stephen Green allegedly used illegally obtained cell phones to pose as prison officials, messaging Justice Joyanne Ferguson Pratt and Registrar Jennifer Bastian directly about their bail applications. Investigators also allege the men submitted forged letters, supposedly from Dr. Darius Bain, Dr. Basil Dukran, MP Leroy Major, and attorney Desmond Edwards, all part of what prosecutors describe as an elaborate attempt to mislead the court. The men denied the charges during their arraignment before Magistrate Cara DeVoe. Bail was denied. They're expected back in court in March for trial. And a 69-year-old American woman has been fined $8,000 for illegal gun possession. Mary Robinson of Sand Spring, Oklahoma, will serve 24 months in prison if the money isn't paid. She was arrested on December 2nd at Nassau Cruise Port. Security officers called police after they found a .380 pistol and 4 unfired rounds of ammunition in Robinson's bag as she was about to reboard the Liberty of the Seas cruise ship. She pleaded guilty, and Magistrate Lennox Colby fined Robinson $8,000. All right, Taxi Cab Union President Wesley Butler pushing back against comments made by Nassau Airport Development Company President and CEO Vernice Joaquin, who recently said the issues with taxi and livery drivers at Lynden Pindling International Airport were quiet. Last week, ahead of the busy Thanksgiving travel rush, Joaquin was asked by reporters for an update on ongoing tensions between the airport and taxi and livery drivers. Her response suggested issues were resolved. However, when our news reached out to Butler, he insisted the calm at LPIA wasn't because anything improved, but because the union deliberately held off on further action to avoid disrupting the holiday travel period.
The drivers are still faced with the same issues that caused the demonstration, but we've committed to, for the time being, allow for some negotiations to take place. We hope that the port is open-minded to those discussions, and we look forward to some fruitful dialogue. If that doesn't happen, I don't know how the relationship can get better between us, the port, and the government.
This latest dispute comes on the heels of a heated demonstration outside the cruise port last month, where taxi and cab drivers blocked the entrance, protesting poor bathroom facilities and what they say is being pushed out of jobs by private tour operators operating inside the port. Butler says despite that protest, their major concerns still haven't been resolved.
The drivers are still faced with the same issues that caused the demonstration, but we've committed to, for the time being, allow for some negotiations to take place. We hope that the port is open-minded to those discussions, and we look forward to some fruitful dialogue. If that doesn't happen, I don't know how the relationship can get better between us, the port, and the government.
Tourism officials tapping into the Canadian market, attracting visitors who are trading cold winters for warm weather and sunny beaches. While addressing her partners at the Hotel and Tourism Association's annual general meeting at Bahamas this week, Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board CEO Joy Gibralou said there has been an increase in tourists from the Canadian market. Just last week, the country welcomed Porter Airlines. The Canadian carrier joins Air Canada and WestJet. And according to Gibralou, those numbers will continue to increase if stakeholders continue to buy into the role they play when it comes to the tourism product.
This is our fastest growing international market this year. And this winter brings the highest Canada airlift we've ever seen, with weekly non-stop flights doubling from 19 to 39, a new service from Air Canada, WestJet, and a new airline entrant, Porter Airlines. Canada now represents 10% of all inbound seats to Nassau, a major boost heading into peak season.
The promotion board CEO says they've been focused on marketing, and those efforts are taking place in Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, and Halifax with billboards, influencers, PR activities, and other initiatives that tug at the core of what Canadian visitors want.
Our goal is simple: ensure that every seat translates into a visitor. Our Canada Creative, billboards, print, social, and digital leans into warmth, winter escape, and ease of travel. This campaign meets Canadians exactly where they are and invites them here to Nassau and Paradise Island when they need sunshine most.
All right, we've got much more to get to tonight, but for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson, he is in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Kendune, and a happy TGIF, everybody. Just giving you a taste of Christmas. A drone shot from our drone operator here at Our News. Nice Christmas decorations out there at Blue Hill Roundabout and East Street. So if you're out about around town, make sure you get in the sights. Christmas is approaching. Of course, we want you to remember the reason for the season. Outside our studio, 75 degrees with a few clouds. The winds out of the southeast at 5 miles per hour. Feels like temperature is at 74. Temperatures right now around the Family Island, 74 in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Marshall, Babaco, 73, 75, Alistown, Bimini, then we pick up 77, this is Nichols, San Andreas, Great Harbour Key, the Berry Islands, Governor's Island, Luthra, here in the capital, 75, 78, Kemps Bay, 79, Black Point, the Exuma Chain, Georgetown, Great Exuma, 77, pick up 74 in Arthurstown, Cat Island, Coburn Town, San Salvador, 76, Port Nelson, Rum Key, 75, and in Deadman's Key, 78. Down in the Southeast Bahamas, 79 in Duncantown, Ragged Island, Abrahams Bay, and Providentialis, Turks and Caicos Islands, Colonel Hill, Crooked Island, 77, 78 in Delectable Bay, Aucklands, Matthewtown, Inagua. You round out the temperature profile at a very warm 81 degrees at this hour. Satellite radar composite, we are quiet, just basically stuck in this pattern right now. High pressure is in charge, weak frontal boundary that passed through the islands, basically starting to fall apart. It's mainly across the southeast Bahamas, some cloudiness down there, as well as maybe a spotty shower too, but we will continue to enjoy these weather conditions for the rest of the weekend and into early next week before we say front getting here sometime late Monday into Tuesday. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Coming up in sports, VJ versus Buddy was so good it gave us everything we could have possibly asked for. Almost good enough to make us forget how cold it is. But as you can see, we're shooting inside now.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, Zai, let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with the Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
It's more than a podcast. It's a movement. This is Breaking the Silence with Junior Clovis, where conversations we avoid finally have a place to breathe. Every story.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Let's do show. You know, sometimes it's okay to be prisoner of the moment, and this is one of those times. Best game we've ever been to by far, and that's saying a lot. Yeah, this was 76ers Warriors, but it was about something bigger. When VJ Edgecombe and Buddy Hield shared the court last night, it was two of the best players the Bahamas has ever seen in a head-to-head matchup. VJ subbed back into the game with 1:12 left to play in the fourth quarter and made nearly every key play down the stretch, none bigger than his rebound and putback with .9 left on the clock to give the Sixers a 99-98 win over the Warriors. VJ finished with 10 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, and 3 steals in one of his most complete performances of the season. Buddy finished with 14 points, including a pair of threes, a season-high 8 boards, and 2 steals. Philly took a 24-point lead before Hield sparked a Golden State rally, active on both ends of the floor. In the fourth, they had a few moments against each other. Buddy got a rebound and putback over VJ, then outraced him down the floor for a layup several plays later. VJ would get the final say though. He stole the inbound pass with 8 seconds left to set the tone for the theatrics on the final possession. Must have been something in the air Thursday night. DeAndre Ayton and the Lakers pull off a game winner of their own. Ayton finished with 17 points and a team-high 8 boards in his LA Lakers 123-120 win on the road over the Toronto Raptors, thanks to Rui Hachimura's corner 3. Ayton had another efficient night from the field and shot 7 for 11 from the floor. He currently ranks second in the league in field goal percentage at 71%. And your 10YS plays of the week. That'll do it for Our Sports. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When Our News comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as regional support for Jamaica continues. Plus, Dominican authorities torched more than 1,600 kilograms of drugs this week. And 2 major fashion houses now under one roof. Prada confirms its long-coveted acquisition of Versace. When Our News returns.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the Our News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, sorry, let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with the Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
It's more than a podcast. It's a movement. This is Breaking the Silence with Junior Clovis, where conversations we avoid finally have a place to breathe. Every story, every struggle, every breakthrough.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Regional support for Jamaica continues tonight as Belizean businesses step up their hurricane relief efforts. The Caribbean Sugar Refinery in Belize has organized a second container, this time packed with critical building materials, heading to communities hard hit by Hurricane Melissa. The shipment includes plywood, roofing sheets, and nails, supplies all needed to repair homes and infrastructure. Caribbean Sugar Refinery executive Gilbert Canton says Jamaica needs the region's help and they are honored to stand with their Caribbean family. The container expected to arrive in Jamaica next week. Dominican authorities torched more than 1,600 kilograms of drugs after a series of major seizures across the country. Most of the contraband was cocaine, according to the National Institute of Forensic Sciences. Officials say a visit from United States Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, this week boosted international cooperation in the fight against trafficking. The Dominican Republic seized more than 44,000 kilograms of drugs last year and has already destroyed over 28,000 kilograms this year. Prada said on Tuesday it had completed the acquisition of a smaller Italian rival, Versace, a brand the luxury group said it had long coveted. Sierra Lee reports.
Tuesday, it had completed the acquisition of smaller Italian rival Versace. Prada signed a definitive agreement in April to buy Versace from US-based Capri Holdings for just over $1.5 billion. That was after Capri's sale to Tapestry was scrapped in the wake of a challenge by antitrust regulators. Lorenzo Bertelli, the son of Prada owners Miuccia Prada and Patrizio Bertelli, told Reuters in November that he will become the executive chairman of Versace once the integration is complete. He said that Prada had been keen on a deal for several years. Founded in 1978 by Gianni Versace in Milan, the brand has been renowned for its bold, glamorous aesthetic. It will join the group's two main labels, its namesake Prada and the smaller but fast-growing Miu Miu. It marks a sharp strategic shift in the Italian fashion house. In March, a few weeks before the deal with Prada was announced, Donatella Versace stepped down as creative chief after almost 3 decades in the role. Dario Vitali, who was formerly design director at Miu Miu, took over the job.
And Samsung is making a big swing in the foldable phone market, unveiling its first multi-folding smartphone, the Galaxy Z Tri-Fold. The device, revealed Tuesday, December 2nd, unfolds into a 10-inch display using 3 panels, about 25% larger than the current Z Fold 7. It's priced at 3.59 million won. That's about $2,440 US. Samsung executive Alex Lim tells Reuters the Tri-Fold could be a catalyst for more explosive growth in the foldable segment, even as analysts warn the high price means the phones will stay niche for now. The Tri-Fold goes on sale in South Korea December 12, with rollouts this year in China, Singapore, Taiwan, and the UAE and US launch expected early next year. It also carries Samsung's largest flagship battery, hitting 50% charge in just 30 minutes. Still to come in our news, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was December 5th. Plus, a $5,000 shopping spree up for grabs as 4 winners crowned in Coca-Cola's Twist to Win finale. Then in Our News at 7:30.
We show you what special initiative Alive Business is doing to give back to the small business community.
It's all coming up when Our News returns.
It's more than a podcast. It's a movement. This is Breaking the Silence with Junior Clovis, where conversations we avoid finally have a place to breathe. Every story, every struggle, every breakthrough is brought to light, unfiltered and unspoken until now. Join us this Sunday at 2 p.m. as we confront the topics that matter, share real experiences, and change the conversation around mental health together. Watch, listen, break the silence.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
On this day in Bahamian history in 1803, the American ship Lily shipwrecked off Great Abaco. A year later, the English vessel Morn Fortune met the same fate near Crooked Island. Then in 1861, the first Confederate blockade runner reached Nassau carrying cotton from Charleston, South Carolina, a 48-hour trip that revived the local economy during the U.S. Civil War. In 1933, the U.S. ended prohibition with the 21st Amendment, and finally in 2013, Nelson Mandela, anti-apartheid hero, passed away at 95. To learn more about the events that shaped the day that was December 5th, head over to ournews.bs. All right, over 76,000 Bahamians nationwide entered Caribbean Bottling Company's 10-week Twist to Win promotion, and 8 lucky finalists had the chance to win a $5,000 shopping spree at Mullet Marathon. With only 4 spots up for grabs, the 8 finalists had to compete in a trivia showdown for the prize. Finalists were tested on their knowledge of world history, pop culture, Bahamian history, and Coca-Cola facts. After answering the questions correctly, these 4 were victorious after choosing the grand prize labeled Bottles at Random. Ryan Bethel, Merlin Adams, Aisha Demerit, and Tarasita Neely from Eleuthera, whose niece Shavanya Bridgewater competed in her place.
It just feels great to know that this is something that's been in the making for a long time, and for the opportunity to finally arise and to be able to receive something like this, it just feels great.
A lot of weight taken off, because normally I spend the same amount before children, and now I got a chance to do it. Thanks to Coca-Cola. I buy Coke every day, almost every day, Mazda Z. I had some this morning off for breakfast. Cold Coke.
Oh, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling because my mother needs a door. And so this was just the tip on the icing because I'm blocked from drinking Coke soda. But this was awesome.
When she called me yesterday and say, I want you to, I say, honey, pressure tall. I hear trivia. I said, I could be tall pressure. But God is good, God is great, God is awesome. Thank you, Jesus.
God is really good. Now, the 4 winners had 30 minutes to shop at Mullet Marathon before normal operating hours with the help of Coca-Cola shopping assistants. Participating stores included Kelly's, the Sports Center, John Bull, Brass and Leather, and BTC. Merlin Adams got toys for her 4 kids, a new phone, and materials for his home from Kelly's, while Brian Bethel bought matching athletic wear for him and his family. Aisha Demerit got linen and household items from Kelly's, as well as a new phone. And we understand Tarasita Neely flew in from Eleuthera to collect her bags herself. All right, so if you want to watch that story again and for all of today's top stories, you can visit ournews.bs. That's going to do it for us in News at 7, though. Up now, Talia Hall. She's got the latest headlines. I couldn't wait to bring you in on this.
I enjoyed that story. That's so
for
nice.
Tarasita, she came.
She flew in for her things.
To collect the bags for herself. Oh,
yes,
my goodness.
I love it. Congrats.
Wait, what would you do if you had won that shopping spree?
I need the phone. I need the clothes. I need to go into Kelly's and get some bathroom supplies. I need
see some stuff in the live
that
I probably would have gone straight
okay.
there.
All right. Thanks so much, Kenna. Before we go, don't forget to stay locked into our news all month long for your shot at driving away in that brand new 2025 Hyundai Creta. It's our ultimate giveaway for the Live and Auto Mall. Just head over to ournews.bs to learn how you can win. Good luck. Here are your latest headlines.
First tonight on our news at 7:30, a former school principal is cleared of indecent assault and child cruelty charges after prosecutors allege he showed a 15-year-old student an explicit photo and touched her inappropriately. Also, a disturbing case in the courts. A man has been sentenced to 4 years in prison for indecently assaulting his 12-year-old daughter. Plus, government says last month's looting of a grounded U.S. cargo barge will not offset the environmental fines the Florida-based shipping company is now being asked to pay. And later, Doctors Hospital teams up to send supplies to Jamaica. We'll tell you all about the major effort when our news at 7:30 returns.
Candino Notes here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure and hit that follow button if you want to see more stories like this. Be sure and follow all of the Our News social media pages. And hey, don't forget, turn on your notifications so you never miss out on top stories from the team you already trust.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Tired of weak, over-the-counter bug sprays? Step up your pest control game with professional-grade products from the Struckham Shop. From powerful insecticides to trusted gel baits and termiticides, we supply the same products used by Struckham Commercial Pest Services, now available for DIY homeowners and small pest control pros. Whether you're protecting your home or building your business, get the edge with the Struckham Shop.
Whether you're battling a chronic condition or offsetting a new injury, Doctors Hospital's comprehensive rehab services offer the help you need.
Welcome to our news. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. First tonight, a former principal has been found not guilty of indecent assault and cruelty to children. Prosecutors allege that Dr. Matthew Smith, then the principal of Achievers Christian Academy, showed a 15-year-old girl a photo of his genitals. The girl said she went to Smith's office on March 18, 2024, after another student told her that Smith wanted to see her. She alleged that he behaved inappropriately with her while in the office, but during cross-examination by Ramona Farquharson, Smith's accuser could not recall the name or gender of the student. She also conceded that Smith's office was small. Smith testified that he shared an office space with 2 other administrators and teachers. Senior Magistrate Algernon Allen Jr. acquitted Smith after finding the charges were not proven. The prosecution closed their case by calling the accuser and her mother. The police investigator did not testify. A man who indecently assaulted his 12-year-old daughter has been jailed for 4 years. The father's name has been withheld to conceal his now 25-year-old daughter's identity. His conviction stems from an incident that took place during the summer of 2012 in New Providence. The victim testified that she was visiting her father, who still lived with his parents. She recalled that she was asleep in her father's room when she awoke to him putting her hand on his private area. The woman reported the matter in 2021 after confiding in a boyfriend. Justice Dale Fitzpatrick rejected a suggestion from public defender Dorsey McPhee that probation for 3 years was an appropriate sentence. The prosecutor, Tashura Ambrose, sought a sentence in the range of 6 to 8 years. A man accused of attempting to rape a teenager has been granted a $20,000 bail. Prosecutors say that 39-year-old Tristan Roll tried to rape a 16-year-old relative on June 16th in New Providence. Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson sent strict terms for Roll's release. As a condition of bail, Roll has to wear an ankle bracelet, sign in daily at a police station and keep a curfew, and surrender his travel documents. He's also banned from coming within 100 feet of the complainant and traveling without prior court approval. Well, last month's looting of a grounded U.S. cargo barge will not offset impending environmental fines that the government is asking a Florida-based shipping company to pay up. Attorney General Ryan Pinder Casey telling reporters at Thursday's OPM press briefing that losses suffered by the Brooklyn Bridge barge would fall under private action by private individuals. The AG went on to say it's also entirely unrelated to regulatory enforcement over reef damage. In mid-November 2025, the Jacksonville, Florida-based barge was en route to Puerto Rico when it ran aground on a reef off North Abaco after its tow line snapped. The incident went viral after locals began looting the containers on board. Based on the Environmental Planning Protection Amendment Act 2024, the spot fine for damaging coral reefs is $20,000, but Pinder says the fine could be more.
So the spot fine isn't the only fine. It's an immediate reaction that the department has now an empowerment to do. And then we proceed under further prosecution once we understand the damages to the environment, to the reef, and then we monetize that, and then we prosecute.
In 2024, the Davis administration made amendments to the act to allow for spot fines for similar incidents. Pinder explains what would have happened before these amendments were passed.
What you would have to do in that case is you would have to go to court, frequently under criminal prosecution matters under the Environmental Planning and Protection Act, to get a determination against those who harm the environment before you can have really any fiscal penalty enforcement power. What we did in this with our amendment is we provided spot fines by the agency. So when they see a environmental violation, they can fine you right away. So there's at least some instant penalty.
Switching gears now, staff members, customers, and patients of Doctors Hospital doing their part to send relief supplies to Jamaica after the island nation was slammed by Hurricane Melissa in October. The powerful Category 5 storm brought record-breaking winds and rain to Jamaica, leveling buildings, snapping power lines, and killing 45 people. And Doctors Hospital did their part to help restoration efforts by donating gently used clothing, canned goods, blankets, medical supplies, baby formula, and other much-needed items. Making the donation to the Hummingbirds Association was the hospital's Senior Vice President of Human Resources, Philip Turner.
When people are in need, people come together. It's a natural human instinct, I think. But of course, Doctors Hospital has quite a few Jamaican staff or staff that have Jamaican connections. So of course, that makes us feel for them, obviously, because we know how much they're suffering emotionally. But I think generally it's just the right thing to do.
Vice President of the Hummingbirds Association, Kevon Spence, and Jamaica's Honorary Counsel for the Bahamas, Donette Cartwright, were on hand for the donation.
We're truly elated that Doctors Hospital decided to partner with us on this effort. It has been a mammoth task trying to mobilize relief supplies to send home. We have been at this over a month now, and it has been quite rewarding, and partners like Doctors Hospital make the effort even much more beneficial. And these items will go a far way.
We are deeply grateful for this. We know that there are staff of Doctors Hospital that have origins in Jamaica. They're descendants of Jamaicans, some are Jamaicans, and so there's a relationship that goes a far way with Doctors Hospital.
All right, such a great effort. If you want to see that story again, it's available now at ournews.bs. Well, cool weather on this Friday evening, but will these temperatures continue this weekend? Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look. Greg, what can you tell us?
Yeah, thanks, Natalia, and happy TGF, everybody. Want to get you in the festive mood. Christmas is right around the corner, of course. This is a drone shot from our drone operator here at Our News. This is the roundabout there at East Street and Blue Road. Christmas lights all around that roundabout. Getting you in the festive mood, of course, we want you to remember the reason for the season before you get your plans together for Christmas. Outside our studios though, we are pretty nice. Few clouds, 75 degrees is the current temperature. South-southeast winds at 5 miles per hour. Feels like temperature is at 74. Satellite radar composite, we have a ridge of high pressure across our area, weakening frontal boundary that passed through our area, basically washing itself out near the southeast Bahamas. Couple of clouds, maybe a spotty shower or two down in that location, but high will stay with us throughout the weekend. We do have a frontal boundary, lots of clouds associated with that across the Gulf of Mexico. That's going to be getting in here sometime Monday, could bring us a couple of isolated showers, and we will see a slight cool down once that front goes through by next week. That's a quick check on conditions around the islands. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come on our news, Bahamar executives reveal more details about a new 350-room resort planned for the former Malia site. And later, tourism experts say Grand Bahama is showing signs of a rebound, even as critics point to stalled projects like the Grand Lucine Resort and the long-awaited airport redevelopment. That's all coming up when our news returns.
Whether you're battling a chronic condition or offsetting a new injury, Doctors Hospital's comprehensive rehab services offer the help you need now.
Go to doctors.
3 advanced facilities at Collins Avenue, Carmichael Road, and Cable Beach means your personalized plan for care is just a visit away. From physiotherapy to occupational therapy and speech and language pathology, our team approach is all about rebuilding together. For a full list of services, visit doctorshosp.com/rehabilitation. Doctors Hospital, trusted and best care now. Isn't your health worth it?
Your home is your sanctuary. The last thing you need to worry about is rodents. Once they enter your property, they can be tough to get out. If you're concerned about rodents, call Rent-A-Kill Initial. We offer the latest, most effective treatment for safe, fast, and long-lasting results. From prevention to elimination, our integrated approach guarantees protection. For rodent control you can trust, there's only one name in the Bahamas: Rent-A-Kill Initial.
Construction set to begin on a new hotel property on a familiar site in February. Bahamar's Senior Vice President Robert Sands providing details of the newest property for construction on what was once the Malia Hotel. During the Department of Physical Planning's public hearing for the project last month, Bahamar's President Graham Davis projected a completion date of 2029, but stopped short of saying which brand would operate this world-class property. While giving a presentation at the Bahamas Hotel Tourism Association's annual general meeting Wednesday, Sands gave even more details of the 350-room resort and the hundreds of industry jobs it could bring.
50 residences and 8 villas. This project that signals confidence in our workforce, our Bahamas destination, and the long-term strength of our tourism industry. The expansion benefits the entire tourism ecosystem. More opportunities for local suppliers and businesses, but more importantly, more jobs for Bahamian talent, and much more reasons for visitors and stopover visitors to choose the Bahamas.
There was also encouraging news on the existing Bahamar properties, which recently saw a boom in room nights thanks to the Bahamar Hoops Tournament.
This year's tournament delivered record numbers. In fact, at the championship game, we had over 2,400 spectators. 99% of them flew in from all over North America. largest crowd in the history of this event. That energy lifted occupancy and created vibrant atmosphere across the entire resort.
Now turning to Grand Bahama, this as the island has its fair share of ups and downs in the tourism sector, but experts say it's on the rebound. Brand representative for the Grand Bahama Island Promotion Board, Jillian Williams, says the island remains one of the top performers. She made the comments while speaking at the annual general meeting for the Bahamas Tourism and Hotel Association conference that was held at the Bahamas Resort, but critics point to the fact that there's been no real movement on the Grand Lacaille Resort, as well as little progress on the new airport for the nation's second city. Despite that, Williams says air arrival numbers remain stable from several destinations.
Airlift remains stable with consistent service to Florida, select U.S. gateways, and Canada. Seasonal and chartered services continue to support visitor access. And for the period of January through October 2025, foreign air arrivals increased by 21.7% year over year, demonstrating strengthening demand for the destination.
Well, Bahamian businesses are getting a seasonal boost as Alive Business and the Small Business Development Center launch a holiday road tour, visiting MSMEs across the island to spend locally, promote entrepreneurship, and push more dollars into the community during one of the busiest shopping periods of the year. Our Delvardo Emmanuel caught up with them at one of their stops. Let's take a look.
Micro, small, and medium enterprise owners across New Providence got a holiday treat on Friday through a joint community road tour organized by Alive Business and the Small Business Development Center. The initiative takes both organizations directly into local storefronts, where teams are purchasing products, sampling services, interacting with customers, and spotlighting entrepreneurs through social media and community exposure. Today's stop brought the team to Roots Cava Lounge, one of several small businesses receiving hands-on support this season. Head of B2B marketing at Alive Business, Jennifer Baston, explains why the road tour was developed.
These small businesses have supported Alive Business, right? We're the leader in technology, and throughout the year we've given them the support, and so we just want to make sure that they know that hand in hand we're also there to support them.
So far, the road tour has made stops at EV Motors, Duck Donuts, and now Roots Cava Lounge, with additional visits planned throughout December. The groups are not just documenting their stops, they are buying coffee, purchasing merchandise, sharing customer experiences, and capturing digital content to boost visibility online. From the SBDC side, marketing and communications team lead Alexia Johnson says the effort builds a long-standing partnership designed to help MSMEs scale sustainability.
We've had some clients that have been excited to see us in store so that we're able to experience firsthand what it's like at their businesses. And then also for the staff, I think for some people, it's not every day that we're able to go in to see clients and to touch and feel and see how things are going. So to have that experience has been pretty impactful.
Now joining me is Randy Butler, the owner of Roots Cava Antillos. Okay, Randy, tell me a little bit about your establishment.
Okay, so here we're a non-alcoholic lounge offering natural alternatives and a social space for people to come unwind and relax. We're open from 7:30 a.m. until 10 p.m. Monday to Friday, and then until 11 p.m. on the weekends. We have coffee, matcha, kava, kratom, pastries, sweet and savory quiches. We have a broccoli and cheddar and beef French onion. That's pretty good.
And I guess how is it important, how do you feel to have a live business in SPDC here just to showcase and highlight your business?
It's pretty cool. Really glad you guys came to support. The SPDC has been very instrumental in bringing Roots to life, so I'm very grateful.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Delvardo Emmanuel.
Coming up in sports, VJ versus Buddy lived up to the hype. The effort was there, everyone got buckets, and we had the perfect ending. Then, on a night of game winners, DA and the Lakers get one of their own in Toronto, and we end things the best way we know how, 10YS Plays of the Week.
It's Christmas, come again. Time for color, family and friends. Red and green, the perfect pair. For a season so sincere. Baby Jesus in a manger, loved ones who once were perfect strangers. At the faint place, coloring supreme, let us bring to life your Christmas dreams.
Hi, and thank you for watching. I'm Italia Hall. Be sure and hit that.
Your home is your sanctuary. The last thing you need to worry about is rodents. Once they enter your property, they can be tough to get out. If you're concerned about rodents, call Rent-A-Kill Initial. We offer the latest, most effective treatment for safe, fast, and long-lasting results. From prevention to elimination, our integrated approach guarantees protection. For rodent control you can trust, there's only one name in the Bahamas: Rent-A-Kill Initial.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Let's do show. You know, sometimes it's okay to be prisoner of the moment, and this is one of those times. Best game we've ever been to by far, and that's saying a lot. Yeah, this was 76ers Warriors, but it was about something bigger. When VJ Edgecombe and Buddy Hield shared the court last night, it was two of the best players the Bahamas has ever seen in a head-to-head matchup. VJ subbed back into the game with 1:12 left to play in the fourth quarter and made nearly every key play down the stretch, none bigger than his rebound and putback with .9 left on the clock to give the Sixers a 99-98 win over the Warriors. VJ finished with 10 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, and 3 steals in one of his most complete performances of the season.
I mean, I'm athletic. Just try to use my athleticism. You know, shot goes up, people tend to relax. I'm a victim of it. So I know it's the opportunity going to present itself for me to grab the board. Like I say, I can jump, so I just try to get over, jump up before them, to be honest. So yeah.
Buddy finished with 14 points, including a pair of threes, a season-high 8 boards, and 2 steals. Philly took a 24-point lead before Hield sparked a Golden State rally, active on both ends of the floor. In the fourth, they had a few moments against each other. Buddy got a rebound and put back over VJ, then outraced him down the floor for a layup several plays later. VJ would get the final say though. He stole the inbound pass with 8 seconds left to set the tone for the theatrics on the final possession.
No, man, hell of a game, man. They're up. Tough loss. I'm so happy for him, man. You can't be mad as a young up-and-coming star like him making a play like that. You know, hell of a play. He's always that type of person who had the knack for the eye, good eye for the ball. I'm just happy for him. You know, he's succeeding. He's making the right reads. He's thriving. I wish we could get the win, of course, but I'm more happy for him to see him being more comfortable in this league and being a young stud that he is.
Must have been something in the air Thursday night. DeAndre Ayton and the Lakers pull off a game winner of their own. Ayton finished with 17 points and a team-high 8 boards in his LA Lakers 123-120 win on the road over the Toronto Raptors, thanks to Rui Hachimura's corner 3. Ayton had another efficient night from the field and shot 7 for 11 from the floor. He currently ranks second in the league in field goal percentage at 71%. We may be on the road, but top plays never stop. Here's the best of what happened this week. At 5, we get started in Philly. I'm not calling him old. I would never do that. But Buddy's older than VJ and still beats him down the floor on this play. At 4, society has learned nothing from Mark Few's kid. If VJ's coming down the lane, don't be a hero. Just get out of the way. At 3, sometimes a smaller school in a smaller conference is just what you need. Rima Collins blossoming into a star, averaging 17 and 9 at FIU. At 2, Caribbean Cup, Deshaun Knowles gets the Bahamas started with a walk-off win. No Jose Altuve vibes for the celebration. If you know, you know. And at 1, this play itself was great, but you gotta give it proper context. The last minute of the game, VJ made every single winning play, including the first game winner of his NBA career. Definitely not the last. That'll do it for Our Sports. This is 10YS. It was looking rough until the 4th. Thank you, Nick Nurse and Steve Kerr, for understanding the assignment. We needed the content. Not done with Philly yet. The 10YS team will be here Sunday night when DA and the Lakers roll into town. No pressure. Gotta live up to this game, though.
When our news comes back from the break, the Tingsmas Christmas pop-up and holiday market returns to the National Art Gallery with food, gifts, and local vendors. That's all coming up when our news returns. Stay with us.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the Our News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
It's more than a podcast. It's a movement. This is Breaking the Silence with Junior Clovis, where conversations we avoid finally have a place to breathe. Every story.
This is our news. Welcome back. We're going to be enjoying some rather nice conditions as the ridge of high pressure remains across our area, keeping us almost cloud-free. Some patchy clouds moving across the chain of islands. Weakening frontal boundaries still hanging out near the southeast boundaries. You're not seeing much in terms of any showers or any activity with that front. We'll continue to watch that one pull out towards the east. Big storm system taking shape across the Gulf of Mexico. That's the next system that, or actually it's going to be spawning the next system to affect us by Monday with a front. Low pressure system will pull off the northeast United States of America, and that will drag that front across us Monday and Tuesday. Some showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm with that. But we do expect nice conditions and cooler temperatures once that front goes through for early next week. Future forecast showing nothing happening across our area. It is going to be bone dry. Maybe a spotty shower across the southeast Bahamas. But all in all, high pressure will stay with us throughout the rest of the weekend and into early next week before that front gets in here by Monday into Tuesday. Northwest Bahamas and Central Bahamas tonight through tomorrow if you plan on doing any boating. Nice water out there. Southeast to south winds at 10 knots. They will fall light and variable at times, seas 1 to 3 feet. High tide is at 7:11 tonight. The low tide takes place at 1:56 tomorrow morning. For the southeast Bahamas, southeasterly flow at 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be running 2 to 4 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, it's going to be quiet weather for the weekend, so plans for the outdoors, go ahead, get it on. Monday, Tuesday, we expect that front to come through. High chance for some showers, possibly an isolated thunderstorm. Temperatures will take a dip on Tuesday into the upper 70s, but we start that slow warm-up by the end of next week. That's a look at our weather. Make it a safe night. Have a great weekend, everybody.
All right, thanks so much for that, Greg. Well, a staple on the holiday calendar is set to return. This weekend, Christmas pop-up and holiday market Tingsmas will be back for its 5th straight year under the theme Gurn to the Islands. It's being held at the National Art Gallery this Sunday. The event, put on by Eyes of Bahamian Bay founder Cache Knowles, will be filled with prizes and surprises as well as food, drinks, and gifts from local Bahamian vendors. Knowles says she'll also be releasing new merchandise from the brand.
We'll have specialty drinks from Ricardo Rum, as well as they are hosting a mixology session where you could learn to make Bahamian island-inspired cocktails. The first 500 people get a Tingsmas passport. And with this Thingsmith Passport, as you shop with different vendors, you actually get the opportunity to receive and collect island stamps. Another additional thing that we added is a domino grand slam table. And again, it's just figuring out how to bring different aspects of Bahamian culture into this space.
The event is being sponsored by Alive, Auto Mall, and Ricardo Rum. Two of the vendors at Thingsmith this year are Taste the Flavor and Breadwinners.
Thingsmith Christmas Market is authentically Bahamian, and me having an authentic ice cream business as well, it pretty much stands on brand of what Thingsmith stands for. And the owner, which is Kashay, does an amazing job at empowering other local businesses to be there and also make money as well.
I was with Kashay, the proprietor, from the original, from year 1, and I'm here still at year 5.
Why do you keep coming back?
Because I appreciate the work that she does. I see the growth, I see the maturity as it goes year by year, and the clientele changes every year.
All right, sounds so exciting. And with that, we thank you so much for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.
Hi, and thank you for watching. I'm Natalia Hall. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to see more content from the team you already trust.